is patient empowerment, and as we called it, power to the patient with great...
In my opinion, empowerment is also something like a double-edged sword, because it's not just, it sounds great, you get something, but on the other hand, it actually comes with a responsibility, because if you have power, you are responsible for the outcome.
You actually don't even feel that it's that serious. And then you look up the staging of melanomas, and you suddenly see that your melanoma, my husband's melanoma is 4 millimeters plus. So this is the highest risk area. It was a nodular melanoma that started to spread. And this guy came on and said, "Oh, I'm terribly..." I kind of imagine it how people have when they have experience in like a war zone or something like this. Your perceptions completely change. Your view of what you thought was justice or that the system was fair to everyone is sort of destroyed. So you get angry.
Access has become our major concern. And for us, it's like, this is it's a very contentious topic, because these are innovative medicines that have not existed before and that have turned a desperate disease around, if you like. And the prices that are demanded for them are outrageous. And I say this because it means that because of price, people who could have hope, who could live, do not live. And I do not think that as society we should allow innovation to be used in such a way.
You have to be empowered, you have to understand what is happening, I think. Because although we have amazing oncs and we have amazing doctors that really care for us, but if they go home to their family. But if we go home, we still have cancer.
I've had a lot of people tell me that my life is over, and I've had doctors who I trust tell me that this disease is so aggressive, and if it does spread, we can't do anything about it, or we're not good at treating it, so, go off and live your life, and if it happens, it happens. And this conference gives me the hope that, in the future there will be a way to stop this disease.
You have to understand what is happening. You may not understand why you get cancer. You may not know what is going to happen. You may not understand what is going to happen. But you need to understand the way to fight.
I need to know everything possible so that even if melanoma does what it will inevitably do, and I know, I won't survive it, people generally don't survive stage 4 melanoma, I know that I've done everything. I found out everything I possibly could. My family won't have any regrets.
From an individual concern, because you're trying to save your own life, but really it becomes more than that. And then you start working with other people, and then you're starting involved in, you become involved in collaborative projects, and it flowers and blossoms, and suddenly you're immersed in it, and it's a really good feeling, and they're a good crowd. But it starts from, a little seed with you being sick and having cancer, and then being diagnosed and having treatments, and ends up with this massive pan-European group and all the work and the great work that's being done.
And actually, what has touched me was at an event that we organized in 2015, which was a workshop on how to read scientific papers for melanoma patient advocates. Someone in the introductory round actually said that for her, we had 2 stage 4 melanoma patients who said that knowledge was protection. And I had never considered it under that aspect, but I do believe this is spot on. Knowledge protects you.
That trial which made my sister suffer should be changed. And if I am enough powerful to change this, I'm saying I'm empowered. If I cannot change this, I'm not empowered.
Patient empowerment isn't just about individual things, about gaining knowledge or doing this or that. It's an attitude. And the ultimate goal of us as a group of empowered patients is to be at every decision-making process.
I've met stage 4 patients who, years after being diagnosed, are still living their lives and doing the things they want to do, and they're out there fighting for people like me and people who'll be diagnosed in the future to have the tools that they need to fight this disease and keep living their lives. And I think that's invaluable to me. Someone else has been through this and they've fought that fight, and that's why I have the opportunity to be here and learn more and help continue that fight and gain access to the treatments which we deserve to have access to.
Melanoma is such a life-changing event that is very hard to fathom before it hits you. Melanoma patients have a very unique perspective in what it actually means to live with melanoma. And I do think that this is value for society. People who are living with melanoma now can help us prepare future generations of melanoma patients. So if we want to provide a care that is good for future melanoma patient generations, I think the current generation is the key. But there's no risk that these people are really going to